Reward, absolutely. Absolutely. Dogs do stuff to get what they want, simply. They're not trying to take over the world and, dominate everybody. They really, if they want something, they go for it. If you got the ball in your hand and they jump to get it and it works, then jumping to get the ball is what we're going to do, right? If they need to go potty, they're going to relieve their bladder. If going in the house works and the bladder feels better, we're going to do some more of it. If you want them to go outside, we have to make going outside more reinforcing than just relieving the pressure on our bladder, okay? Dogs simply do what works, okay? If we want a dog to do something for us, we make it work. If I want my dog to sit, and I make it work for her instead of going out and visiting, because I promise you, she would love to cruise this crowd right now and spend the rest of the time here getting petted by everybody. That's her most favorite thing, actually. That would be her ultimate reward, but we can't do that. Okay? So if getting on the counter and stealing your peanut butter sandwich gives her a peanut butter sandwich, then she's going to do more of that. So we want to make sure that we don't let the behaviors we don't like work. With management, we put up barricades, we use leashes, we use exercise pens. We put the dog outside so they can't practice the stuff that we don't want. And then we teach them when we have time and focus to do the other things. Leave the counter alone. Go get your chewy bone. Go get your ball. Go do other things and make that stuff fun for the dog. Okay? So in the dog training world, there are lots of ways to train dogs. In my business, I use what's known as positive reinforcement dog training. That means I don't care what the dog is doing that I don't like. I'm going to find a behavior that I do like, and I'm going to reward that. Because if you reward behavior, it's going to repeat. And if the dog is used to jumping on me when I come home, and I turn away from that, but if she sits, I'll reward her with something that she wants. Pets, a ball thrown, a treat. Pretty soon she sits more and more, and you cannot sit and jump at the same time. So you can extinguish behaviors you don't want pretty simply by rewarding behaviors that are not compatible. The dog has fun, you have fun. Nobody has to be worried about icky things happening. It's all great stuff, okay? One thing, though, about using rewards and reinforcement, there's a difference between reinforcement and giving a dog a treat. You give a dog a treat, there's no requirement for them to do a behavior. They can be cute and they get a treat. When you're using reinforcement-based training, the dog has to do a behavior first. When I asked Dakota to sit a minute ago, no food was in my hand. She had to sit first, then she got the treat. No sit, no treat. And the dogs learned that pretty quickly, okay? Okay. I want you to remember something, you dog owners, or you people who visit dog owners. Behavior that is reinforced will be repeated. If you go home and do a home experiment and reinforce your dog every time they sit, you're going to have a dog who sits like crazy. If you reinforce a dog for looking at you and making eye contact with you, pretty soon your dog's going to be looking at you a lot. And guess what? If your dog's looking at you, they're more likely to come when you call them. They're not going to be pulling on a leash because you can't pull on the leash and look at the handler at the same time, right? There's a lot of things. It's simple little stuff. If the dog finds it reinforcing, they're going to do it. Okay, a little bit about actual dog training. I talked about potty training already and making going outside better than going inside, because either way the bladder feels better. If you take your dog outside, they go potty outside, and you reinforce them right there on the spot with a yummy piece of hot dog or whatever thing they find valuable in that spot. Pretty soon they go, oh, that's kind of cool. And they want to go outside more because it works. Their bladder feels better inside, but their bladder feels better outside, and their tummy feels better outside. Okay? Jumping up. Who has dogs that jump up on people? That's one of the most common reasons dog trainers get called. My dog is jumping up on us. Okay? Why do dogs jump up? They jump up to greet us, right? When they greet each other, they greet nose to nose, they circle sniff. Our noses are way up here. They're the way dogs greet, they have to jump on us to do that, okay? There's also a component of if we have something in our hand, like a ball, and they jump, and we throw the ball, guess what? We've just taught the dog that if they jump on us or jump up, the ball will get thrown. Never, ever, ever throw a ball or open a crate or open a door or put a leash on when your dog is acting like a maniac. Make them sit. Wait for them to calm down. When they're calm, then they get what they want. Reinforcement based. They get what they want, you get what you want. How many dogs have chewers? Chew on stuff, the deck, the shoes, the garbage can, that kind of stuff. Why do dogs chew on stuff? It's fun, right? Stuff tastes good. They're bored. A lot of dogs actually are boredom chewers. We leave them home all day and they have to find stuff to do. And they lay outside by the deck post and they lick at it and they chomp on it. Pretty soon they go, you know what? This is something to do. It's like chewing your fingernails, okay? Dogs are gonna chew on stuff. So give them legal things to chew on. Give them things to occupy them. Call a dog walker, go to daycare. Find things, hide things around the yard that are theirs for them to find. And let them occupy themselves. Ditch the food bowl. Dogs don't need a food bowl. Dakota never even had one until she was over 5 years old. Feed them in food toys. Stuff a Kong and freeze it. Put it in the backyard. Stuff a bobble lot with stuff and have them push it around. They're natural scavengers. Let them work for their food. It'll last longer, keep them occupied, and then they'll go lay down and rest after they've scavenged their food up. How about digging? Who has diggers? Anybody have a digger? Why do dogs dig, do you think?
It's fun.
Yeah, for sure. It's not because they don't like your favorite flowers. Oftentimes, they're digging up cool dirt on hot days. It's cool to lay in the cool dirt. Sometimes we have little rodents just underground, and they can smell those little things, and they want the little rodents, okay? I have them in my yard right now, right? Sometimes they're bored. It's something to do. Sometimes they're anxious, and it's something to do. Very nice dog came by here. All right, here's my favorite one. Who has a dog who pulls on the leash? That's probably one of the most common ones. I've been training my dog forever, and they still pull on the leash. Do you know why that is? Because you follow them. Pulling on the leash pulls you, you follow them, they keep it up. Plant your feet, grow roots. Don't move a step until that leash goes slack. And then go, yes, good dog, and move forward again. Change directions. If pulling works, why would the dog stop? Okay, yanking on them and pulling on their collar and all those other things is annoying, but if they're still pulling, guess what? It's not bothering them bad enough. Okay, reward them for walking next to you. Okay, the leash goes slack, walk, move forward, and reward them with food. Let them carry their favorite ball. Play tug of war while you're walking with them. Make walking next to you fun and enjoyable. Because have you ever seen two dogs walk down the street side by side that weren't leashed? Dogs do not walk side by side in straight lines down the street. They don't walk at the snail's pace of death that humans do, and they can't figure out why the heck we don't want to sniff the bushes and go all over the place. It's a very unnatural behavior to walk very slow in a straight line. So teach them and make it worth it for them. Okay? All right, so I know a lot of dog training stuff. I hope a little bit of that stuff helped you. I'm gonna see if Dakota wants to wake up now here and do some of her fun stuff. We have a couple of little activities she likes to do, and we'll see how this goes. Okay, Dakota, you ready to work? Oh, you ready to work now? Sit. Good girl. High five. Good girl. High five up here. Good girl. Nose. Back up. Back up. Back up. Bow.
Go ahead. You're okay.
Bow. Yes.
Yay.
Good girl. Dakota has a sore back, so I'm giving her a little bit of leeway if she chooses to not do some of these things because she's 9 years old and she's stiff. All right. Sit. Good girl. Wave. All right. Hey, say please. What? Say please. Whisper. 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 Yeah, good news card. All right. All right. Oh, yeah, we have a conversation going on over here. She wants to get involved. All right. They're talking back and forth. Dakota, touch. Good girl. Sit. Down. Dakota, dead dog.
So I see the PFL switch. That gives
Oh,
me
she's
levels
not done
here
yet.
for
She's
that
still
change.
thinking about dying here.
It's not giving me
Dead dog.
anything in the headphones. Particularly
No,
yeah,
dead dog.
plugged in, right?
She's on the leash.
Well,
Down. Dead dog. Oh, now you're the wrong way. Come on.
Well, them being that high makes it balance out in the system.
Down.
Is that right? Yes, I mean, that's why I've got to turn it to make it so that I'm getting a clean sound that I can actually hear.
Dead dog. Over. Dead dog. Oh, she's almost dead. No, there she goes. Dead dog. Awesome. Like I said, her back's bothering her a little bit on the concrete. All right. Dakota, hey, high five. Good girl. Hey, Dakota, ball, push.
Oh, you know what?
Over here. Ball,
What?
I know her
push. Go.
from the park that you
She
go
beat me
to.
to the punch. It wants to be cleaned up next. Push.
Yeah. How's that?
Nah.
Oh, well, she has her own agenda. So she's having fun playing drop it and clean up. So one of the things Dakota does at home is she'll clean up her toys. She has a number of toys she knows the name of, and I'll give her a toy name and say clean it up, and she puts toys in the toy box. It's a slow process, but she has fun and I enjoy it. Dakota, come here. We have one more last thing we're going to do for you. We have a dog training raffle that many of you have filled out tickets for. You want your tickets? We're going to raffle off a free class or thank you very much. Free class or free private training based on the dog's needs. We'll work out that out with the winner of the ticket. All right. So Dakota is going to draw the tickets for you. All right. So one second here while I dump them out, and she's going to help us out.
I'll tell you, there's other two players, okay? I have to balance these out. If that is dry, and no idea, no clue. And you see, if you keep turning, I'm going to end up turning every one of those back up again. Just turning
Dakota, ticket on my
It's
hand.
just not doing any good. I can turn them all the way off. I can turn them all
Yay!
Okay. So we have our
And the thing
Tia
of it is to make it sound right, you
Marcelios.
have to have some of him in those speakers there, so it's shooting out over that way.
Artia
Well,
Marcelios,
anyway, I had it sounding pretty good, actually. Just a,
come
just a
on
little
over
bit
to
of
my
feedback.
booth.
That's all.
I have your phone number if you've already gone home. We'll chat after the session.
Dakota.
I hope you've enjoyed this. Dakota's going to walk off over here, so I better get going. If you have any questions, you can stop by the booth, or you can give us a call. Our website is www.haveagooddogday.com.
You see everybody else is turning
Thank you very
themselves up
much
to
for your
match
time tonight.
him, too, you know?